Hello, everyone. I got to put my mic on. I didn't even have my ear set on. Hello, everyone. Back to Anonymous Addiction Deprogramming Podcast. I'm going to title this, We Are the Solution. Yes, everyone, we are the solution. And we are responsible for that solution. We're not the problem. Was alcohol the problem? Yeah, that created a problem. I had a lot of cause and effect with alcohol or drugs or process addiction, if it was gambling or whatever. I had some issues with that. That's addiction, substance addiction or process addiction. We're talking about today, we're going to talk about not about the addictions, not about the process addictions. Mental health. Yeah, I think it's all about mental health, really. Mental health, mental awareness, mindfulness. We are the solution. Okay. Please don't forget to subscribe, everyone, and like if you like it. I have some lavender spray, a little bit of distilled water. Buy one of these for about $4. Get some essential oils. I put a little bit of lavender in here. Spray a little bit right here, a little mist. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it smells so good, feels so good. It's a cheap way to just feel good. I mean, does it work? Maybe it's a placebo. I don't know, but I like it. I love the smell of essential oils. So we are the solution. We're not the problem. We're the solution. Could have been the alcohol or drugs, or could have been the trauma or experience of life or the environment. That could have been the problem. That could have been the problem. But today we're talking about the solution. As you know, I always talk about holistic. Back probably 25 years ago, probably 30 years ago, I studied at Southwest Institute of Healing Arts, and I hooked up with a doctor there. And he back then, I think it was over 30 years. Let's see, it's been 38, could be over 30 years, maybe 32 years. Doesn't matter. But he was practicing. I was practicing with him psychoneuroimmunology. And they talk about that same stuff today, psychoneuroimmunology. What's that mean? The psyche, the body, the mind, the spirit, holistic approach, integrative approach, holistic, integrative, mindfulness. It's all about the thinking, the brain, the consciousness, the unconscious, the subconscious. It's not, well, it is our responsibility. If we want to learn and develop new knowledge of the occult, I say occult. What does the occult mean? What's the definition of occult? Let's see what they have. You can look up many definitions, but difficult to see. Occult means difficult to see. Secret or hidden knowledge of the occult. It's not good or bad. It's cults are dangerous. They're bad. And cults can have occult in it, okay, because they can have hidden meanings and hidden messages. So to really uncover a lot of the cult, like in the occult, you have to really dig deep. And a cult could mean supernatural, mystical, or magical beliefs, practices, or phenomena. It doesn't actually, it sounds like Alcoholics Anonymous, because A, B, and C, after how it works, it always talks about we're powerless. No human power can relieve our ailment. And God would and should if he were sought. What they're really saying is AA. So today we're going to be talking about that mental health, serenity, peace of mind. Yeah, we're responsible for that. And that's important for our health. I work out a couple days a week. I walk an hour a day. I like, I'm doing this right here. This helps me, helps me to stay focused on positive things. And yeah, Bobby talks about some negative things out in the world. Sure, I deprogram different things. Stay tuned because we're going to be deprogramming a lot of different things. I think I may even change, come over to Anonymous Addiction, My Truth About AA, as Bobby C sees it. I want your opinion on this. I may be changing that name to, well, I'm not going to even say it here because who knows? As soon as I say it, boop, 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 somebody will type it in. But I think I'm going to be changing that name because this isn't just about Alcoholics Anonymous, deprogramming from Alcoholics Anonymous. It's deprogramming from a lot of different lies, myths that out there in the world that has been, in the first ages 1 to 7, most of the stuff that we learn is through hypnosis, our environment, telling us, showing us, teaching us. It's more of our environment. We're learning more instead of consciously. It's through the conscious, but it's more like a hypnotic state. It's After that, a lot of it's subconscious. And so we have to understand. We have to kind of learn about the consciousness, the subconscious, and the unconscious. And so, getting back to, we're going to be talking about creating a new you. What do I mean by that? Creating a new you for me. When I'm doing all these things, I'm actually rewiring. I'm creating my own programming because this thing inside this brain and the mind, they're still studying it. They don't know a lot about the mind. They're still checking it out and studying it. I'm rewiring my DNA. So we're going to talk a lot about going beyond the addiction recovery industry trap and the 12-step paradigm. Going beyond the addiction recovery paradigm. Look up paradigm shift. Look. I'm sure you know, but somebody that doesn't know what paradigm means, it means a fundamental change in approach. It's a fundamental change in the approach that we handle things and do things, or things that we were told. Certain underlying assumptions that we've been told. And of course, if you listen to a lot of my other podcasts, you'll understand where I'm coming from, what we've been told, what we've been programmed, what we've been programmed that is truth or real. And a lot of it is not real. And there's an agenda. On this podcast, we're going to be talking about, and we're going to get into it in a lot of other different podcasts, but I want your comments. I want to see some comments. Don't forget to check out Facebook, Anonymous Addiction, My Truth About AA, as Bobby C sees it. Why do I say as Bobby C sees it? Because it's you see it, as Jimmy sees it, as Sally sees it, as Jane sees it, as Debbie sees it, as Francesca sees it. Because I used to sit in Alcoholics Anonymous meetings or any 12-step meetings. You raise your hand, they label you, you get an identity, you call yourself. We're going to be talking about the best 2 words, the greatest 2 words of the language, I am. So watch what you put after I am. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about that. But the paradigm, okay, going beyond the paradigm. We have to, challenge different things. We have to be unconditioned. We have to unlearn some things, to relearn some things. Everything we have here is in the known. We know. We have to go beyond the known and discover the unknown. Okay? Go beyond the known, discover the unknown. Yes, that'll become the known now at this particular moment, but that's self-discovery, self-analysis, doing some shadow work. Not getting so crazy into it, but just a little bit, chipping that a little bit away while you're walking in nature, while you're having fun. Me personally, I believe, I don't even like to use moderation, temperance, abstinent. I live I try to live a healthy life the best I can. You know, the best I can. I'm not perfect. I'll never be perfect. We know that. But I could say that I live an alcohol and drug free lifestyle. And I didn't even have to put those two words in there, alcohol and drug. That's just my take. You know, everyone knows, everyone has a choice because I believe in the power of choice. I believe in the power of choice. I'm not a prohibitionist, but I'm going to speak my mind. You know, everybody says, oh, it's just an opinion. Well, look, if it's just an opinion, how can Alcoholics Anonymous, how did they survive with one doctor's opinion, Dr. Silkworth? He told Bill to push the narrative of the disease concept. Here, no disease. I don't have a disease. It was just created. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy. They told me I had a disease. Who diagnosed you? Ask yourself questions. Who diagnosed you? Did they go in a brain, do a brain scan on you, or did they do an X-ray? And when other groups, I won't mention his name, Churchill, he's got the recovery, I'll say recovery elevator. He believes in the disease concept, but that's okay. I had to point out some differences, you know. And if you believe that, that's fine. You know, they say that given me a label of disease of alcoholism or alcoholic is beneficial because of the stigma. No, that's BS. Giving me a disease is stigmatizing, saying I am diseased, I am powerless, I am not responsible. That's a problem. That's damaging. That's dangerous. So watch when you raise your hand and you say whatever you say after it, because I am is the two greatest powerful words in the world. That's what, you know, I kind of believe. Let me get another spray here. Lavender. Oh, feels so good. My granddaughter stopped over. Francesca stopped over. Makes our day. Makes me and my wife's day. You know, my wife was cooking. She's going to invite my grandson, Ezra, over. Say hi to Ariana and Erica over there in Vermont. You know, Emerson, he's right over there in Temecula. Love them all. Love my grandkids. Love my daughters. I'm kind of a family guy. I mean, I need more connection with other people, and I do get it. But let's see where I'm going with this. So I'm stepping out of the paradigm I've been for years. Okay, so I'm going. Sometimes when you go step out of the paradigm and you say things that other people don't like, they like to try to censor you in a sense. But this podcast is about freedom of speech. It's about freedom of speech. I'm not going to mention people's names, but as you know, there's one gentleman, you know, he says he's got a big ego, but I like a lot of stuff he says. I'm not even going to mention his names. And they just took him off of YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. They just took him off of a bunch of accounts. I won't even mention his name, and I bet you even know who I'm talking about. And it's not Alex Jones, okay? So that's just a tip. But they're censoring, you know, as everyone knows, the internet eventually is going to take us all underground, and we're going to have to get our information. You know, Alcoholics Anonymous says, don't judge. Oh crap, judge it all, man. Judge it. Be discernment, have discernment, you know, judge, look at things. We're going to talk about transformation, you know, transformation, a through or dramatic change in form or appearance. We're in a revolutionary transformation, you know. Even call it the metamorphosis. You want to call it metamorphosis? That's like you know, going from to a butterfly, going from a moth to a butterfly, you know, metamorphosis, flying away. Fundamental change in approach or underlying assumption. I mean, the process of transformation from an immature form to an adult form. Immature form. Yeah, I've been immature about a lot of different things, about a lot of beliefs. And there's absolute beliefs. There's absolute truths. There's definitely absolute truths. You know, they're taking them all away. They want to believe, that subjective is all. We can say this is my truth. Yeah, we can say that. It's no big deal. Saying this I believe this. It's a belief. But there's a objective truth. It's immutable. No matter what I decide or think or have an opinion on, it is true. And I buy that. I'm into that. I believe that, and that. So, but we could talk a lot about that, those different types of things, but learning about the consciousness. They're even, they even say, look, consciousness is generated by the brain. Okay. Dualism, they talk about dualism, claims that the brain is distinct from our physical features. Consciousness can't be understood through the study of the physical brain alone. Consciousness. It's out here. It's out here. It's out. From within, so without. Above, so within. So with below. Look. Do you ever get the feeling? Do you ever get something come into your mind or conscious awareness? And man, wow, it's great. I'm trying, but by the time I could write it down or read, it's gone. I don't know where the hell it came from, but it was there. Comes in, goes out. That's why people tell a lot of people to write things down when you're in bed or when you're just hanging around. Write some things down, especially if you're going to write books, write a book. Next podcast, we're going to talk about book writing. Oh, man. Stay tuned for that. We're going to be talking about book writing and professionalism. I'm a professional. I got studies. I went to the universities. I'm an intellectual academia. We're going to talk about that versus regular people that did a lot of study and has a bunch of wisdom, has a bunch of knowledge and experience, and know a lot more. But hey, if you don't write books, the problem with books, I'm going to touch base on it just real quick. Nah, I'm saving it for the next podcast. I'm going to try to do this just in a half an hour. Got another 10 minutes. So we're responsible, right? As we all know, we're responsible to create our own programming because, like I said, we're computers. Do download. Just don't get virus. Watch out for the virus. Okay. So let's see. Every day to create a habit, we'll talk about repetition a little bit. As you know, we are the solution. We're the cure. We're the way. We're the cure. We're the way. We're the solution. We're the guru. There's nothing wrong with I've said this on my other podcast, and I hope everyone follows me. I'm going to keep on repeating it because repetition is the mother of skill, and it's also the mother of brainwashing, as you know, which I've said in many other podcasts. If you think I'm brainwashing you, then don't listen. That's the choice. It's the power and freedom of choice. So repetition, be careful of it. When you go into an Alcoholics Anonymous or any other 12-step or anywhere, I don't care because I don't care where you go. Divide and conquer. Look at the TV. Watch the TV commercials over and over. If you're watching Fox News, you're going to see the Pillow Man. What the hell, my pillow? Over. If you see CNN, you're going to watch another different commercial over and over and over. That's look. They're the same wing. It's the two different wings of the same bird called government. Government means control. Okay. The Latin word for occult is hidden secret. People talk about secrets. They're going to tell you the secret. They're going to give you a 5-minute commercial, tell you to come on and join for free to the master class or whatever. And they're going to tell you the secrets of the world. When I'm giving you the secret, don't tell everybody. Please subscribe to Anonymous Addiction Deprogramming Podcast. I'm going to give you the secret. You are the secret. Okay. It's all here. Just go out. It's all free. I hate to say it, Bobby's telling you that this stuff is all free. Truth it doesn't cost anything. It's given out freely. Just seek it. We have this internet. That's what's so beautiful about this internet. We're talking to the world. This is international. I think there's 1.5 million English speaking people on the globe. 1.5 million, and a lot of that's second language. And to the people that speak two languages, that's beautiful. There's people that speak 3, 4 languages. So watch out for the divide and conquer too. Watch out for the divide and conquer. You go to 12-step programs. I think I mentioned how many different. I think there's like 40 different 12-step programs, spin-offs. They're all little separate dots. They're all the same. It's all the same. The problem isn't the alcohol. It's not the alcohol and the drugs either. It's we are the solution through cause and effect. Consequences of cause and effect. And I usually do, which I've done throughout many, many years. Remember, the next podcast, we're going to talk about professionalism and why I am so glad today. I was working towards becoming, I was a professional in many different other businesses, but I was working towards, I had the associate of, behavioral health in addiction field and addiction counseling. I've worked in many, many different rehabs, ran groups, facilitated groups. This is over, for last 35 years. I was on the alliances in the cities. I'll go in. I studied at Southwest Institute of Healing Arts for years. When Terrence Gorski started back then, I was with him in his workshops like 35 years ago. Bradshaw, I was back then 38 years, 35, 37 years ago. So that's why I'm saying I go beyond this addiction recovery paradigm. Okay? Because when you start connecting the dots, following the money, putting the pieces together, you get to see the whole picture. That has to be done to see the whole picture. Everything's a pointer to the way. I'm just pointing some things out. That's all I'm doing. You're going to have to do your own research to see if I'm bullshit or if I'm lying or if I'm, you're going to have to decide that. You're going to have to judge that, discern that. You're going to have to make those decisions, because of the power of choice and the freedom that you have to do that. Don't listen, check. I'm not telling you what to do, what to think. Question, observe, observe, question, think, question, observe, and become aware. Awareness is key. Everything you listen to, even with all the shadow work, it's all about consciousness. I don't care who speaks, you'll hear the word awareness. And awareness just means you're awake. You're becoming more conscious. You're becoming more aware. You're letting the veil is letting down, and you're seeing the occult for what it is. You're seeing the hidden secrets. You're seeing the knowledge. Okay? Because everything is just a pointer to the way. And like I said, you are the way. So you're the guru. I'm not saying don't have mentors, don't listen to people. Check them all out, but be careful of the fanaticism that one person will do it. One book will do it. Go beyond. I always go beyond and I always see more. I see the unknown, then it becomes known. And I say, wow, I thought that that was it and there's more. It's a seeking. It's a self-seeking. That's why they call it self-help. Why else would they call it self-help? So a lot of times I do go back into the cave, which is, they want to use the word denial, but I go back here and just live the world. And another podcast, matter of fact, on the next podcast, we're going to be talking about, when I talk about that professionalism, and I'm so glad I'm not considered a professional, we're going to be talking about money. You know, there's like philosophy, there's like 0 to 100. Buddha, all the Tao, all the other philosophers, all the motivational speakers, the law of attraction, the secrets and stuff like that, all the way to here, over here is the billionaires. I'm going to talk about money. A lot of people, it almost seems like we're, we're, I'm so entrenched because of the wording, because words cast spells upon us, labels. Watch out for labels. Remember I said I am. Don't use that word anymore. I'm powerful. I'm at ease. I'm not deceased. I'm at ease. I don't have a disorder. I'm in order. You can label yourself. There's a criteria where a social worker, or not even a psychiatrist, they don't even do it. The therapist or somebody, they got a criteria. They ask you 50 questions, boom, 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 then they'll pull a diagnosis out of there, and they'll label you. They just did it with yeah, I don't even want to say, I see it happen. I see it personally happen. And I've learned throughout the years what's that all about. I need another shot of lavender. I don't really. I'm just doing it for the. All right, so watch out for labels and words. Words cast spells upon us. That's why it's called spelling. Watch out for the words, with the repetition of words that they put on us. And be careful of the split. Be careful of the problem, reaction, solution. Problem, reaction, solution. So everyone, I just thought I'd come on here and remember, we are the solution. This is a holistic, integrated, mindful approach to wellness, well-being, soundness of mind, peace of mind. Stay tuned for the next podcast, everyone. Be safe, be healthy, and we'll see you around. Let me see if I can stop this.